Well, welcome back everyone. Guess what? We've actually returned after our disastrous little efforts. So, as you can see, things have changed a little bit due to the loss of all my main files and being unable to recover them. And I sort of landed, or after having to restart the game, landed, rebuilt the base, did all the little bits and pieces up until around about where the last full episode ended. So we've got the base, we've got a rover and a flyer, which I managed to completely wreck before, so I've just rebuilt them. Still a few bits and pieces to do to complete them as far as the settings go, because you know what I'm like with settings. We shall go through here. It's a little bit more compact than what it was before. I need some lights up there too by the look of it. And our garden at this end, which has been extended somewhat. Now, fortunately, when I last saw you, I was thinking of building a base on the ice. But when I landed, I was put here. And just down there is a bloody great ice lake, well within easy reach. And also, with the exception of gold, I've got a whole field of just about everything I need just over this rise. So where do we go from here? Well, I thought I might do something totally stupid. You know, my normal self, doing my normal things. There's our little ship. Now, it's not designed for anything much else than carrying cargo and oars and things like that. That's all it's designed for. The rover is much the same, because I'm on a world where only the wolves want to kill me, and nothing, in theory, nothing else should attack me. So this is also virtually just a carrier. And I will go adventuring a little bit later. I've got to somehow work out how to sort the steering system out and things like that, because I marked all the wheels the same and I don't know which is the front and which is the back. So I'm going to have to sort that out. That's going to be another problem. In the meantime, I am going to attempt to set up, of all things, a central mining system. Yeah, you heard that right. A central mining system over there amongst all of the goodies. Right? Now, what I shall do is I shall just take a few more. Because I've got a feeling I'm going to need them. A few more steel plates, organise what I'm trying to think about, and work from there. So hopefully, that's 150. I don't know. I can't remember if I've got any. Oh yeah, I've got. Oh, that'll do. Okay, these are just emergency bits, and I don't really have to, but I'll take the ship for a walk. Mainly because I need all the practice I can get. As you undoubtedly know by now. Oops, right round the wrong way. There we are. It's over here, isn't it? This is where most of the field is, as you can see by the markers. Now, a number of them I have already mined. So if I hit that, You'll see open iron mine, open nickel mine, so on and so forth. Now, I've got a magnesium mine right on my back door, so I don't have to worry about ammunition. And cobalt. Now you see that they're all within sort of a few hundred meters of each other. There's a couple of rocks over the back there a bit further away, which is silver. The only thing I'm missing really is gold. So what I want to do is, where the silicon mine is there, I'm going to open that up as well, just so all three mines are open. And hopefully find out where the silicon is. In theory, I should be almost right on top of it. It's down there. It looks like it actually may be one and the same. And what I've got to do now is find it. Silicon. Most of these are fairly shallow, as you can see. There's 10, 9, 8, 7 meters. So they're all virtually on the surface. I could make just a mining ship, which would be easy, or probably easier, because this is only 6 meters. So, you know, fairly easy and simple to get at. And yeah, I could do it with a ship and that would be fine, but I want to do something different, something totally stupid. Go down like this, and that should be enough. What I'm doing here is, I shall now remark it, because where are we? Silicon mine, delete that, and we're now open silicon mine, and that will now have all of my bits and pieces. Right. This one, the magnesium mine, that's easy. The ice mine, well, that's wide open on the lake, and all the rest. Now what I want to do is attempt to bring all these open mines together, except the magnesium one, right, and bring them into a central area. Okay, so the thing for me to do now is find where more or less that central area might be. So we've got silicon there, and iron's just there, cobalt just over there, 600 meters, and nickel just there. So you can see they're all fairly close. Right. What I'm going to do is this one is iron, of course, so that's right here beside. In fact, I've probably already got some of that in there. So that's those two there, and nickel's just there, and the cobalt one is the furthest one away. That's 600 meters, so it's quite a way. But Wow. Why not play silly buggers? That's the whole object of it. So we're going to sit down here. Hopefully this works, which means, you know, it probably won't. I'll pull this out of the way. Yes, I'm still hesitant about screaming around all over the place. Because of my habit of smashing things. Right, 32 meters. And there. So what I'm going to do is around about here, I'm going to put down a central power system and storage area. Then hopefully I'm going to run lines out, conveyor lines out to those open mines, and have the 3 drills actually operating all together and pulling into the one central container. And that way, when I want stuff, I'll just come and hook up and take what I need. In theory. Will it work? Jeez, I don't know. But I thought it'd be fun trying, because I'm silly enough and ignorant enough to try anything. So friends, we are going to start with what could be called a stupid idea. Right? We are going to... Oh, I see. We're going to play that game, are we? Right. Don't like the look of this. I wanted somewhere like about there. Right? Now, then come around here. There. And we come around to here. I know you don't know what I'm doing. That's alright, nor do I. Why the hell is that on a slope? I just screwed this up before I even started, didn't I? Okay. Oh well, let's start again. But somebody somewhere reasonably flat, and this is meant to be flat, so I'm hoping it is. That's resting down. Okay. Why have we gone this way? Well, we are going to I hope it's the right bits here. Up. I hope you'll see my reasoning sooner or later. I don't know if I do, but you know, well, if it's stupid but it works, as an old gentleman used to say, don't knock it. Okay, so I now have 4 outlets for that, so I can head in any direction, hopefully, and build what I want to build. Now we'll go back to here, and oh well, it's yellow, so what the hell? Who cares about yellow? I like yellow. Okay. Now, in theory, all of those should lead off in a sort of direction toward the mine. It doesn't matter if it's exactly right or not, because, well, you know, sometimes I'm not right. Okay, now. Now I have to come off here. And we'll put one more there because I like to have fun. Right. And wheat is going up the daisy. To give myself a little bit of space just in case, because I'm not really good at this. Okay. There. What is that shaky? That don't look good. I've made a screw up already, haven't I? Let's do something silly. I see. Well, it's no fun unless you have to tear it all down at least 6 times. Oops, there's a headache waiting to happen. Okay. Let's just go and get a little bit of a boost here. Am I going to get away with this? Probably not. Which means so far this whole exercise has been let's start that again, shall we? Let's go. So that must be the point where the base is. Okay. I could always build above it, I suppose. And do it that way. So let's do something totally stupid and without any coherent thought whatsoever. Let's start with the base there, like that, and build our blocks up from there, so that can actually be the base, and we can build it outwards after that. Should mean then come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, that's our base. Okay, here. That should be enough to power everything. gives us 8. So in theory, that should be enough to do everything I want to do so far. Okay. Right, next, what are we doing here? Well, here is where we start going back to this. Now, okay. Up. One there. One there. I promise you it will all make sense eventually. That's on the assumption that I know what I'm doing. Which, of course, I don't. I never do. Okay, so where are we going from here? Well, we're gonna go to the big boys. Alright. Hopefully that should be over the center. But knowing me, I better check. So yes, that's connected to there. Okay, we got that part right. Okay. I don't know what that was, but I didn't like the sound of it. That's all going to go into there. Then we have to, actually, what I'll do is something stupid right from the start. Leave that gap there because later on I'm going to have to go in there to do it and then I'll pull it later. Okay. Now, oops. What we need is the fans. Yep. Now, bewitching fans. One, two, four. And I know what you're thinking, this is bloody crazy, I'm going to be carrying shit backwards and forwards for weeks. Well, actually I'm not. Which will become self-evident if I ever learn to place these right. Okay, that's all the fans. So that should be enough power to run everything. So, how am I going to do it all? Well, first off, we've got the silicon mine right here. So, we are going to come out here. Okay. Okay. There. That should be enough. And here. Oh, you didn't. You bloody did, you idiot. Oh, not doing this too well, are we? Okay. We will get there eventually. And there. Now you see where we're headed? We are going to put a drill straight down there. Probably don't need this one here, but hey, it's so little it won't make that much difference. So we've got it here. We can go to how far up we need at least that much. Ah. There. It's alright, I know fiddling around, turning these around is a bit of a pain in the arse. But I do it because I can never remember how things are meant to be
Fuel
set.
low. Fuel critical.
Huh. I guess we'll have to go and get some more fuel. And I need to get some more bits and pieces. So what I plan to do is I'll build an extension. I'll just go back and get refueled and rearmed, because while this looks totally impractical and idiotic, what I'm trying to do is actually learn what I can do and what I can't do. It's easy to know what I can't do, which is about everything. But it's a good idea for me to try and learn what I can do. And learning what I can do and what I can't do is two different things. So please bear with me while I attempt to totally destroy as much as I can, as quick as I can. And see how it all works out. I'm being slow and careful here because, well, I'm not known for being anything else, but completely and totally lacking an ability of being able to zip around like so many others do and actually know what they're doing. So if anybody has any suggestions how to be a competent driver, please let me know. I'll probably ignore the advice, but well, every little bit helps. Okay, I'm going to go down a little bit more, up a bit there. Across a little bit there. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Fuel critical.
Yeah, I know, blah, blah, blah. You are so right about so much. Okay, we'll load it up again. So at the moment, all I'm doing is just spacing it all out, setting it all up, and we shall then work on the assumption that I know what I'm doing, and make a central base where everything will go there, hopefully. Except for one thing I've just realised. Yeah, I'll have to change that around. Okay, that's nothing new. And set up ready for drills and things like that, you see. And then I shall also build a fabricator over there, because it'll make it easier to make all that stuff there than trying to carry it backwards and forwards. So let's zap back again. I should have enough. Better check just in case. Well, if it's not in there, no, it's got to be in here, because that's where I left it. That should sort most of it out. Whoops. Maybe I should do a little bit more about learning to drive. And also, while I could, admittedly I can see it and everything, I think it'd be a good idea to perhaps mark this location as well. Because you know what's going to happen, don't you? I'm going to get lost or bamboozled or whatever happens when people like me get hold of tools you don't know what you're doing with. Let's just sit down here out of the way of everything. Okay. What was this? We didn't want that. What I wanted to put there was an actual conveyor. And I'm going to go up a little bit. I don't know how many I'm going to need. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will that be enough? Probably. We've got to have the piston and the drill and the other bits. Okay, let's not be stingy. And it's better to have too much than too little. Ah, fuck. I'm all over the place. That goes down. Okay. Then we need to have this. Yeah, a piston on that. There. From the piston, we need a rotor. What to do with the rotors? Where are the rotors? What did you do with the rotors? You've lost them, haven't you? You've lost the rotors. Fancy doing something like that. Okay. Will I have enough space there? Probably. Just. I might have to dig a little bit out, but I don't think I'll really worry that much about it. Okay. Gonna need a rotor. And what else was it? What else did we need? We needed a thingamajigamy that bends shit. What's it called again? Oh God. What I would give to have a memory that actually works. Hinge. A hinge, that's right. So hinge. Yeah, some days you shouldn't get out of bed, folks. Believe me, I've had a lot of practice at not getting out of bed. Okay, there's it. Now, hinge. Doesn't make that much difference. I just like to see it on that angle. Okay, and of course we're gonna need a bit of space to get the drill in. So let's just step back a bit, see how much we're gonna need. Quite a bit. Okay. Time to get the diggy out. We're actually fairly centered, so it's not too bad. That's fairly central. I wonder if I can get it from there. No, apart from me being in the way. Let's just give it a bit more. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Let's see if that'll work. Don't know if it will, but hey, if it's free, why not? And it fits perfectly, of course it does, because I did it. Now the advantage of this, of course, is that I'm only going to need one, because most of these mines are shallow, I'm only going to need one drill. That's on the assumption I can get out the bloody hole. Okay, so we've got that there, and we've got that, and that leads to that. So we don't really need all this stuff, because it's superfluous to requirements. Okay? That's all we need there, so that will go down and that will go directly into there. Okay. Now, oh, look at that. I managed to lose one of the wheels. I wonder how that happened. Yeah, nothing unusual in that. Stupid. Okay. Well, it's there anyway if we fixed it. Okay. Next thing. Where is the next one? So that's one there. That'll work there and run to there. Okay. Now. Where was the next one? That was nickel. That was 27 meters that way. Open iron mine is over there. So that's that one there. Okay. Silicon we've got. Nickels to there. So we'll take this one. And we're going to go to the iron mine over there. Okay, which is this one right here. Where's my open iron mine? I thought it was here. Open iron mine. It's over there. Yeah, it is here. That's what I thought. How dare you confuse me? You know what, I think you're doing this on purpose. What the? Yeah, I could probably make that. Yeah. That could be the junction. Okay. I know, crazy, isn't it? Still, I never said I was bright, I only said I would give it a go. That's just to make sure it doesn't all fall down, because you know if it got anything to do with me, it's going to fall down. Okay, let's go back to the conveyors. So we want to go, what did I do? I went up 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, went up 6. Okay, and that was just enough. Okay.
Energy low.
Oh, see, it's just fucking low. Why wouldn't it be? Ah, you gotta love it when the plan comes together sometimes. and trying to do it all in the dark, which makes no sense whatsoever. And yes, my supervisor did show me how to advance it to daylight. And yes, I forgot 5 seconds later how to do it. Okay, so how far away out? Well, we're not that far out. We'll make it. Don't worry. Well, yeah, we'll make it. Why not? Two, three, 4, 5. And we want to go that side. 6. Out. How far down do we want to go? Yeah, that's pretty close. Down fairly close to it. Then from there we put our rotor. We put our hinge. No you don't. What a dumb fuck. Anybody? Hey guys, you could have still let me know I got it all back behind you. You don't put rotors and shit on until after you put your bloody thingamajigamy on. This bit, you got to put that on first, eh? Then you go down a bit and you put your rotor bit on. Then you put the other thingamajigamy bob on. Then, with the grace of God and the handle of a toothbrush, you have enough space, not quite to put your drill on. Try to see where it's gonna be. Obviously I'm going to have to go down a bit. So it's going to have to be about here.
Full.
little bit out. Oops, we don't want to do that, do we? Alright, let's see if we got that nearly right. Yes, we did. Not by much, but we got it right. Okay. Let's go and zap over here and get rid of this shit. Because why not? I don't know why it's being such a bitch and so selective. Okay, that's out of the way. That'll all come in handy, so I'll probably use it later anyway when I actually start building all this stuff. Might as well have that. Waste not, want not. Okay, that's that one done. Now, in theory, they should all feed back into here. This is the theory of it. Whether it works that way or not, I don't know. Okay, we've got the silicon. Now, because that, I don't know, that cobalt is 600 meters, I suppose I could build it just for the sheer hell of it, couldn't I? Yeah, we could do it just for the sheer hell of it, because it looks an interesting challenge. So you've seen what I've got here so far. What I'm going to do is, because I'm running out of recording time again, and you've seen how amusing it can be trying to watch me do things, I will get all this outline set up ready, and we'll do all the actual construction and the welding and everything on the next episode, because I'm out of time. So you can see it and all the setting, and we'll see if it actually works. And as you know, probably not. So thank you once again, folks. I much appreciate you all coming and watching this next set of debacle, and hopefully we won't lose our files this time. So bye for now, and I hope you will stick around when the next exciting chaos comes alive.